All right. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be playing some Amulet today, some testing for GP Austin. And I made a couple of changes from yesterday's list. So you're going to see that we have Colony Garden making a glorious resurgence right here. We're going to see how well or how badly it works out. The card that I chose to cut for it is the third breeding pool. It's possible plant hype, nice. It's possible that I should be cutting something else, maybe the gemstone mine, though I love gemstone mine too much. Maybe the Bojuki bog, though. Like I think the extra value of having a Bojuki bog in your deck is just too high to not play. And this is one of the reasons why I'm playing three steerings instead of 29 lands instead of playing 28 lands and four steerings. It's just that really don't. I really want all of my lands, you know. Like having access to Ghost Quarter game one can be the difference between winning and losing a game against Tron. Same thing with Bojuki Bog against Dredge or Crabbine, or like the couple of reading pools can allow you to cast an Oko that if you don't have the mana, it can be the difference between needing two steerings for the blue source or actually having the blue source in casting the Oko instead in time. It's I think it's kind of a big deal. So I'm going to continue playing 29 lands with three steerings. I could see going the other way around, but yeah, I honestly just have no idea which land to cut. Yeah. Anyway, in the sideboard, I also made one change. I cut one explosives and added a second Bailoff. Again, the metagame in Austin apparently is pretty infested with burn, so I wanted to, respect that deck a little bit more, particularly considering the fact that I am not, considering the fact that I am playing Dismember as my removal spell of choice, which is, not great against burn. So I keep insect and plant tokens in my box regardless of 75. Nice. I mean, plant. Plant is love. Plant is life, right? Also, we can't play plants versus zombies without Colony Garden, right? You see, you need 29 lands because you still find no landers. Sneep. Sneep. I think I'm gonna bot on the breeding. Yeah, I'm definitely bottoming the breeding pool. Mm, okay. I'm gonna play around Spell Pierce. Not game one on the blind, at least. Also, my opponent moved to 6. Important to note. And because they led on Island on turn 1, that's why I went with, oh, it's this deck. Cool, cool. Hey, Class Scrapers, how you doing? Thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. You are our first subscriber of the day. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're gonna do breeding pool. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna bounce here because I want to play the explosives on 2 right now. So I don't want to expose the Vordos Garrison. So we're gonna play explosives for 2. And I'm gonna play this out past the turn. If they have this member for my Asusa, that sucks, but that's still fine. Taking this. This Asusa is gonna be more value. Nicely, top 4 last weekend through 4 shadow decks. The 5th one got you. Nice. That's very good though. That's a lot of shadow. And that's a lot of beating shadow, which is nice. Alright, so let's start here. If we find the Titan, we just win. Never lucky. Okay, so put this on Giant. Play this. Float mana. Bounce. Play this. Bounce. Transmute. Summon Respect. Go. It's nice how well the Explosive on 2 fits for us, because like it doesn't blow up our Asusas and it doesn't blow up our Amulets, so it's great. Here we're taking 4. There's literally no reason for us to play this out, so we're not gonna. Let's make our land drops first. Oh, just snap resolved. I think we tap like so, and we leave a land drop open. And the opponent just concede. I was going to get Tolari West Stronghold. I guess that I should have bounced this. Yeah, I should have bounced this. Semi-Growth Chamber should be in play. And I would have gotten Tolari West plus Stronghold. And then I haste the Titan. And we did my third land drop. So I actually misplayed there. Alright. Rex Sage. Cover the Souls. Yeah, and I made a couple of changes, Hosu. We have Colony Garden and we have a second bailout in the sideboard. We're only playing 2 explosives, and we're only playing 2 breeding pools instead of 3. So we bring in the removal. So one Tyranids, one Summon Respect. Sounds about right. Colony was insane last weekend for me, as I told Francis. Yeah, the card is. I mean, Colony has always been fine, right? Like that's historically Colony Garden has just been a fine card, right? What did my opponent do? They mulligan. They kept 7. I mean, we have explosives with this hand. It is definitely a very slow one, but I think it's good enough to keep. And considering this opener for my opponent, I think I'm going to play the explosives for 1. Oh yeah. And yeah, playing around Spreading Seas. Yeah, I think it's too important to crack right now. So my opponent's going to play their 2-drop. Probably the one that's just a card. The Silver Guild Adept. Oh, this guy? Really? Okay, I'm into it. We're looking very good. We're looking very good right here. Oh, they found the land. Boo. Boo. I think it's fine for me to gain 2 here. Playing around Spell Pierce. Yeah. So we're gonna maximize on land drops here. Play Asusa. Play Rot Farm. Bounce this and replay. I guess I could have played Semi-Growth Chamber and return the colony and replay it. I think this is better. If they have Spell Pierce, they can Spell Pierce this. If they don't, we make... ooh. Well, they didn't have a 1-drop, right? Otherwise, I would have played it. So I guess it's better for me to make a food here. Make sure that my opponent can't answer the Oko. And because they don't have a 1-drop, and I know that. And next turn, I can actually Elk the Ether Vial. Opponent concedes. Easy. Oko has a height to cast so far. I'm playing 3 Breeding Pools and the Bog Sideward over the second Bailoff. Otherwise, Simless as you. Bounce Land makes this hand a lot better. Yeah. Imagine playing Merfolk in the year 2020. I mean, Nikachu's still out there. I think he's still doing well with Merfolk. I don't know why. I don't know how, but yeah. I just think that there's too much value in having Bog in the main deck. Like there's just so much incidental value with Bojuka Bog, like stopping Emry, Mishra's bubble loops, Snapcaster Mage, Cryptic Command with Mystic Sanctuary. There's too much marginal value to not play Bojuka Bog in the main deck. In fact, I think I'm much happier playing Bojuka Bog in the main deck than I am playing Colony Garden in the main deck. I think there's way more incidental value in Bojuka Bog than there is with Colony Garden. But I wanted to play with both to see how it goes. Focoising and castable with only 3 Reading Pools. I'm gonna bring Bog back to the main deck because I totally agree. Yeah, it's definitely on the greedy side of things. This hand is a little bit weird, but I think it's gonna be a keep. If my opponent doesn't answer this scout, we actually have a Titan, and we can probably even cast it on turn 3. Yeah, Guardian is the new pre-addition. We cut the 3rd Reading Pool for it. Tron. Alright, hopefully it's not E-Tron. Because E-Tron plays Dismember, and I don't want them to dismember my Sacred Drive Scout here. Oh, it is Eldrazi Tron. This is the version that Final Nut put together. Just like max greed Eldrazi Tron, which is hilarious. Max greed Eldrazi Tron. Yeah, we're definitely taking the Amulet here. And well, that sucks actually. So we can't really afford to go Squatter my opponent, unfortunately for me. So we're gonna have to do this here, because I definitely want to play this out right now. And then I guess I can play my Ancient Steerings. Well, that's not terrible. Alright, so they can have Natural Tron, and that would be very annoying. But if they don't have Natural Tron, of course they have Natural Tron. Alright, so my Asusa's gone. Nice. We're still fine, actually. So 1, 2, 3. Asusa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Titan +2, so I have exactly enough. So if my opponent does not have a Dismember, we should have enough. Castle Garenbrig. Castle Garenbrig. I love Ancient Tomb. Oh yeah, Ancient Tomb's great. Alright, so we're gonna go get Vesua to copy your own Ghost Quarter, and I guess that I don't want to die stupidly, so I'm going to get a Colony Garden and be safe. Stop on my opponent's draw step. Colony Garden value. We can start the Zombie Apocalypse next turn. Which one do we destroy? This one. No, it's never tower. The rule is actually never tower. So for 4 mana, they don't have any answers to Primeval Titan, so we should win this game easily. Now it's a Reality Smasher. So this is a 6/6. This is a 5/5. Right? So this is a 6/6, and this one is a 5/5. For those of you that are not very good at math, 6 is larger than 5. Okay? So this guy right here is bigger than this one. Yeah? Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. Because it can be hard sometimes, Ah, the troll is too strong. The troll is too strong. Looks like my opponent wants to continue playing this game. We used the Vesuva already, so we're not going to be able to double strike. So I guess that the line is to do this. This is our best line. Opponent needs to chump, which means we get to kill both of their threats. Field of the Dead is doing absolutely nothing here. This is the situation that I will run into all the time when initially testing Field of the Dead. It was always the fact that it's winning me games that I was already winning. Like, Field of the Dead is not doing anything right now. It's just basically overkilling my opponent, which is not particularly valuable for me. I'm gonna draw step. I guess we're gonna blow up the other one. Just in case, we don't want my opponent to be able to cheese out a win from here. They're basically at a 0% right now, so. Destroying the Black Order one was definitely plus EV. I guess so, right? That's actually a fair assumption. Alright, we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this, these bros, and one of these bros. Oh, and this guy, yeah. Several cards, but that's fine. Shave some ones. And submit. I like Phil because he allows me to take more game actions, and game actions make me feel good. Yeah, it's the canister philosophy. Nice. Had a few games where I got my Titan Surgical after a single trigger, but feeling as was bounce won me the game. Yeah, no, for sure. Like it's an additional win condition, right? That is definitely quite valuable. So this hand doesn't really do much. Mm, it's nice that we have an answer to a chalice. Yeah. This one's definitely sketchy. I guess I'm gonna ship it. This is better. Looking for an Azusa here. If we find an Azusa this once upon a time. Milton makes everything amulet good, so I don't think that's a strat against Field of the Dead. Fair enough. Some hot takes being thrown out in chat right now. Sure, because we can find Scout here, right? We found an Azusa instead, which is fine. Please don't have natural Tron opponent. Not again, at least. You had it once, it was fun and everything. Oh, nice. Giving me a second target for my Farsa Vigor. Value. I'm just here for the hot takes. Yep. Hot takes indeed. Sorcerer Spyglass name Primeval Titan. Yeah, if I were my opponent, I guess that the line is probably to name Tolaria West. I don't think this should be in my opponent's deck though. Alright, do you have the turn 3 Tron again? Back to back turn 3 natural Tron. Attack with plant for value. Got him. Souza. Colony value. Best value. Swing with plant. Arch of Oraska. Interesting. Alright. Got a great creator opponent. If we draw any bounce land / untap land, we basically just win on the spot. It's like Seagate Wreckage but worse. Fair enough, yeah. Why pay 3 for an ability when I can pay 5 instead? So if I don't draw anything, I Phyrexian Revoker? Opponent, why? Are they really so desperate? There's no reason for me to force anything here, so we're just gonna keep on doing what we're doing. The almost strictly better wastes. Almost. I just really sent the message that you want to beat one blue white control play in the modern queue. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, band control is kind of real, right? Kind of real. I wouldn't call it real, but it's kind of real. Phyrexian Revoker resolves. Why is my opponent getting those cards? I don't understand. Drunk opponent. I don't know. Oko Thief of Crowns. How did they know that I'm playing Oko? Do we have a Ghost Arena? They don't even activate Karn for value. Brutal. I guess we send both at Karn. This incentivizes my opponent to block. Nice. Got him. Shouldn't have done that, opponent. I guess we turn one plant into an elk. Now this is what I call synergy, okay? This is what I call synergy, you know what I'm saying? Another Karn the Great Creator. You got it, opponent. I should just get my popcorn, you know? Just like... I should just go get my popcorn here. Tapped land will do. You dead. And you take... Whoops. Wait. This one... Going at them. Going at them. Going at Karn. We good now? Karn. Them. Them. Cool. Figure it out. You demonstrated a loop, Garden plus Oko? Kind of, right? Then I can upgrade all my zombies. It's gonna be insane. Alright. You get 5 mana, opponent. What are you gonna do with your 5 mana now? Reality Smasher. Thumbs up! Reality Smasher, no attacks. Beep, beep. And here we see the math working out again, right? 6, 6, 5, 5. 6, 6, 5, 5, right? Crazy how math works. So we're gonna do Ghost Squatter, Boros Garrison, get a couple of zombies. We're gonna bounce Ghost Squatter, we're gonna play it as our land for turn. You're an elk. Which one did they search for? They searched for the mine, so this is the one that we're blowing up. No more Tron for you. Thank you very much. Though with my 3 mana working and just eat a Reality Smasher attack like it's nothing. Yeah, no big deal. Oh no, all this dust? How can I ever beat an all this dust, right? Opponent had the nuts. We had the nutter. Field and Tolaria West. Whee! No amulet, no problem. Reality Smasher trades with plant token. Classic. Yeah. A tale as old as time. Ugh, all of these are ETB tapped. We don't have double blue. And we're missing Asusa. Yeah, I think we're gonna ship this. See? Now this is great. Now we're just missing a bounce land and we have a nuts hand. The not so hand. Now any bounce land is a turn 3 Titan. It's getting chilly here. It's getting chilly. Keep bottom. What is chilly for LA? Like 60? Yeah, kind of. Yo, I did my time, okay? I did my time. I lived for 4 years in Boston. I did my time in the cold. Now I get to just say, man, it's so chilly and it's 60 degrees. Okay? Are we gonna get to do debate? Debate? Please stop me. No stubby D. Alright, so next turn we get to transmute, and then on the following turn we're gonna get to Titan. 25 degrees with a foot of snow there? Yeah, fair. You better buy a jacket for Austin, Fran. It was like 30 earlier this week. Wow, really? I guess that the only place I've ever been to in Texas was Houston, so I assumed that Austin was gonna be super hot. But I guess that's not the case, huh? It can change like 30 degrees overnight. All right. Thanks for the tip. Actually, I was expecting to pack light for Austin, but now that you're telling me this, certainly worth considering. All right. So my opponent kept a hand with no black mana. We're 1 mana short of Amulet of Titan in here. Brutal. So brutal. But for 2 mana, they don't have any like K command effects, so yeah, we're just 1 mana short. We just have to survive one more turn of no thoughtseize. Easy game, easy life. The bad thing is that we don't know what my opponent's playing. Like, we don't know which version of Shadow they're on. So that is a little bit awkward. That is just a little bit awkward, unfortunately for us. Play this one. Opponent concedes. So I'm assuming that they are on some kind of bug style Shadow deck. So these are the cards that I want. Don't want that. Don't want these. Can shove in a couple of these. Don't want Ghost Squatter. Conley Garden is actually very nice. Do I board that Oko against blue-white with Stoneforge? Is it blue-white control or is it StoneBlade? Because they're very different decks, even though they both play like Stoneforge. One of them plays Spellquillers and Vendilion Clicks. while the other one plays like Teferis and stuff. And against Teferis and stuff, you probably do still want Okos, but against StoneBlade with Spell Quellers and stuff, you don't want Okos. This hand is pretty bad, so we're gonna ship it. This hand is also pretty bad, but it's better. But we're gonna ship it anyway. This hand we're gonna keep, and we're gonna be super sad that we do. Mulligan into anything lower than 5 is just unacceptable. Trying to dethrone good spaghetti friend X Wales place on the trophy leaderboard time to card. Please don't. Please don't. I'm sure you have said this last week, but I've been really busy with the holidays. What inspired your change of heart with Oko? Why main? Because that shadow is everywhere. You're literally seeing the reason right now. Hopefully my opponent has a Thoughtseize. Do you ever mull below 5? Sometimes I have some mulls to 5 and I'm tempted to go to 4, but I don't on principle. No, you can mull to 5. You can mull to 5, just not against a Shadow deck. Like, we know we're playing against Shadow. We can't realistically win a mull to 5 against that Shadow. But we can win a mull to 5 against... a mull to 4 against something that doesn't play discard spells. Yeah, not as many go wide decks is another good one. Now my opponent's thoughts is actually good. So this is a terrible draw actually, because now my opponent's thoughts is just alive. You see? Ah. Oh! If we hadn't drawn this Titan, we would have my opponent would have been forced to take the Bailoff, and they would have taken to put a Bailoff in place. So this was probably one of the worst possible draws for us. Basically, anything that we could not cast was a terrible draw, because it made their Thoughtseize live, and now they know not to Thoughtseize me anymore. No, I had a turn 3 on a mull to 4 through an Inquisition, because my opponent Inquisition the wrong card. Probably an Angler here. No, Shadow. That was a glorious day, yeah. We actually 5-0'd that league too, I remember. Now, I mean, this matchup it's definitely much more okay now than it was before. That's for sure. It's still bad. Like, it will always be bad with or without Oko. I don't think there's, just like from a strategic standpoint, the Dead Shadow deck it's built to prey on decks like ours, so it's understandable. So we lose to this member. I guess that we can't really beat. We can't beat Disdainful Stroke anyway, so I'm gonna play it counterable. Maybe my opponent will Disdainful Stroke it and show me a card from their hand. Oh, they just have this member. Yeah, this member just straight up kills me. Man, that draw of the Titan on that turn was so brutal. Never had that much. Yeah, so I have played a fair amount of Death Shadow anyway, and it's just a matter of they have the discard slash counter magic situation that the discard situation that John has with an extra counter magic aspect to it, but it's also a deck that has a very quick clock, which usually doesn't really happen with John. You have time to draw out of a bad draw with John. You really don't have the time with Shadow. So we are keeping this hand, and I'm going to actually Amulet on one because it's more important for me to resolve the Amulet than to resolve the redundant scouts. So I want to play the Amulet before my opponent has Inquisition slash Stub mana up. I feel like playing Castle would have been better to conceal information. They know my hand, Aaron. They knew that I had the Cavern. So I'm not really concealing anything. I love how Shadow operates on paper, but every time I play it, I just read like 5 fetch lands in a row. Yeah, that has been my experience as well, Hosu. I had that happen a lot. I found a lot of Shadow players aren't well versed in their deck or this matchup, so I don't lose to Shadow very often. But versus a good Shadow player, it's not a great matchup. Yeah, it's just I don't think it's a good matchup by any stretch of the imagination. I'm playing the Blast instead of the Colossus, and I think it's better in the sense that you side it in more often. I have a problem with Colossus being able to destroke and that it's narrow. Well, but you can put this on any creature type, and you're going to be able to make the Colossus uncounterable. So that's a very neat interaction. So with the second Cavern of Souls, the Colossus becomes better. I played Radiant Phantom later. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about that turn. Yeah. No. So I'm trying to like delay dying as much as possible. So if I draw a Vesuva, then playing the Radiant Fountain is better because then I can, copy my Vesuva to potentially give me one more turn. Maybe it's a difference between I'm losing. Maybe it's not. But like the information that we're concealing is not particularly relevant, right? My opponent needs what they know to play around. What they have to play around. Symbol the decks in the match are being really skill intensive, healthy because I know both sides very well. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't think it's that skill intensive from the shadow matchup. It's more of it's more sequencing intensive, I guess. Like sequencing and threat alignment. Is that a thing I can say? Like the way the threats align against each other. Those are the things that are the most important in the matchup. Yeah. So here the Inquisition. Do you keep all the scouts versus all the shadow variants, or just for color one? I'm gonna board them out. I boarded out 2. There's 2 in the sideboard. I rarely board out all scouts. I only board out all scouts against um, specifically Renan 6 and Lava Dart. Those are the 2 cards that I sideboard all my scouts against. Otherwise, I always keep at least 1 or 2 because I think it's important. I found that angle is tougher than that shadow post board. It 100% depends on your opponent's draw. I assume that they know about the Summoner's Pact. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention, but they cracked the bubble and they didn't have a fetch land, so I assume that they bubbled me. They targeted themselves. Yeah, I guess they targeted themselves with the bubble. So they don't know about the Summoner's Pact. Death Shadow. Traverse for probably another Shadow. We're gonna be able to bounce anyway, and playing out the breeding pool allows me to Oko even if my opponent destroys my amulet. Oko would be a great draw here, actually. That one is not a great draw. I could use this turn to resolve it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna resolve the Colossus here. We lose to Fulminator, but I'm okay with that. Land Fulminator kills me, but barring that, we should be in a solid spot. I guess a bunch of damage into Team Battle Rage also would kill me because I need to pay for Pact. Unless I draw a bounce land. If I draw a bounce land, then I'm going to be able to do some stuff and some things. Bounce land? Breeding pool. Okay, so there's no need for me to play that. So we're just going to wait. It's unlikely they have Fulminator. Yeah, that's why I went for it like that. But, you know, like this kind of lists, people tinker with them and stuff, so... Okay. So... my opponent needs to kill me this turn. Or they need to have... Oko. Because TBR doesn't kill me. Teen Street Hooligan. I mean, that's a chump blocker for the Colossus. Awkwardly enough, that's a chump blocker for my Colossus. No, they Once Upon a Time end step. Yeah, this should not be my opponent's deck, but it actually kind of works. Oddly enough. All right. Give me that land, baby. Give me that untap land. Asusa. I guess I set up the attack here. Because I have two chompers. Yeah, I think we need to attack there. We need to clear the hooligan. So I'm gonna double chomp both shadows here. If I can. If my opponent has removal plus TBR, then we lose. Or like fetch land plus TBR, we lose. Or Pete land plus TBR. Okay, so just if they have TBR, we lose. But we beat everything else. Alright, they cycled. Their hand is 3 more Teen Street Hooligans. Yeah, for sure. I mean, what else could it be? So if they have TBR, I die anyway. So double chump blocking doesn't make sense. Goif. Can I draw a land, please? Land. God damn it. Oh, I played into Stubborn and I'm so dumb. I just played into Stubby for no reason. Yep. Uh... Yeah, I guess I can't really afford to play around Stubby, actually. We're still dead to TBR. Now we're also dead to removal spell. Liliana kills me. Man, 28 lands in my deck right now. Just couldn't manage to get land to get me to 6 mana. Brutal. Explosives would have been a solid draw. Can you imagine if I had top deck explosives? Well, I guess it would have gotten stubbed, so never mind. So if my opponent attacks, it's just a forced play. So they probably have another Tarmogoyf here. That's a forced play though. I die if I don't block like this, so. Yeah, so they can traverse for another Goyf. Land, please. God damn it. The turn after the Asusa dies. Alright. Hey Asgard, how's it going? No, Hosu, that's not my style. I play them out. Hope opponent misclicks. Opponent saw the line. Gotcha. Man, that one stings. Whiffed for too long. Whiffed for too long. We 80% now. I know, right? Sad. Streamer land please deck. Okay, give you a bounce land. Yeah. That Teen Street Hooligan, man. The Teen Street Hooligan won my opponent that game, which is hilarious. If they hadn't had the Teen Street Hooligan, they would have lost. How funny is that? This is a great hand, by the way. Because it had to be exactly a non-black creature, and it had to destroy my amulet. Like my opponent got like the nice little 2-for-1 there. Actually, it's nice that we can take the Asusa there because we already have tight access to Titan mana. So having the Asusa, it's a little bit of we even if my scout dies, we still have something to guarantee a turn 4 Titan. This Soko version of the deck performing better than the previous one. It's been good. That's all I can really say. I went 9-1 first time I played it, 9-1 the second time I played it. So yeah, the deck's been performing very well. That's a way to look at it, Aaron. Unfortunately, that's not the way to look at it, but it is a way to look at it for sure. You are not incorrect. We can make an uncounterable Titan. Do we want to make an uncounterable Titan? That is the question. I guess we probably do. Alternatively, we can explosives. Probably for let's make sure that they can't counter my Titan. Teen Streak Hooligan would be pretty good here. So I guess that Teen Street Hooligan is the new meta. Is that what you're saying, Squarebit? Is this a Teen Street Hooligan world and we're just living in it? Four color Teen Street. Damn, Teen Street too strong. Teen Street too strong. Master of the Pearl Trident. All right, can't block now. Island Walk. Let's name Giant. Do, 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 do. Yeah. We're gonna start developing our board. Bouncing Breeding Pool for value. If my opponent attempts to Spreading Seas, we can scout to prevent that from happening. We can go back to Red Splash to play Hooligan. Oh yeah. We can't pact for Hooligan though. Can you imagine if you could pact for Sting Streak Hooligan? It would be like the best thing. Should have left Pool in play for Trick Bounce Land? Yes, but what if my opponent has a Spreading Seas? If my opponent has... Imagine if I have left the Breeding Pool in play. I would be taking a solid amount of damage right now. Sometimes the cute play is not the correct play. Fine. All right, double Spreading Seas. You got it. You get one attack in. Fine, fine. You get one attack. That's actually nice. Should we play another Titan? Probably, right? We can play another Titan or we can set up explosives. What do we like best? Explosives for 2 sounds solid. Explosives for 1 even sounds very good. Like, honestly, I think this Titan is enough. So I think I'm okay getting explosives here. Like, as long as this is in play, my opponent can't realistically win. He's probably going to eat a forest, probably. Now, I mean, we can get rid of the Inland Walk by Ghost Squattering our own land or by flashing in another bounce land, which we're going to get with the Titan. But Engineering Explosives makes sure that we just cannot lose, right? All right. I actually don't want an extra field. One is fine. We don't want Baloth. We don't want Rex Sage, but we don't want Force. And we don't want Pact. We don't want this. Want Cavern. I don't think Oko is very good. And I think I'm actually going to be bringing in Field, mostly because I kind of want to side out the breeding pools. Like, we just saw how, dangerous they can be. Can shave 1 inch in steerings, maybe? Sounds about right. Isn't Oko good against the Lord? Yeah, but against go wide strategies, Oko feels super lackluster. Like against humans, Oko, like whenever I cast Oko, it just felt super just bad. Unless I was already pretty far ahead on board when by the time it came down, it's really hard to play and protect. So I think it's okay to just just ship it. We're gonna keep this one, and I think we're actually gonna bottom the castle, which feels a little bit weird, but I think it's the correct thing because I really need to scout on one. So I'm it's the snow covered forest on one is kind of like a forced play almost, and the Tolari West represents my potential Titan, so that's another reason. When I update my annual list, it's gonna cost me almost 150. Damn, that's a lot of money. I wonder if my opponent brought in Dismember against me. Oh, there's a Titan. I regret everything now. Should have kept the castle. Foils and online cards. That foil life, Aaron. That foil life is gonna get you. All right, this is good. This is good. My opponent kept a no vial hand. I'll send you a picture so you can appreciate it with me. I would like that. I would like that for sure. All right, what you got, OP? Okay. Just tapping in a strictly wrong fashion for value. All right. Actually, that was a punt. I should have played the Semi-Growth Chamber. I didn't think about what would happen if I wanted to transmute. Damn it. Damn it. Tideband or Mage. Oh, this Oculus Amulet MTGO for that reason. I mean, Okos went significantly down now. I think that Okos are like 30 tickets only versus the 70 I think that they were at some point. I'm gonna steer because I'm smelling disdainful stroke slash something. Huh. What to do? What to do? Tidebinder is so old school. Yeah, right. Hmm. So if their card is Disdainful Stroke. Then getting explosives is better because it basically clears my opponent's board and it forces them to play to the board because they don't have a vial. It also makes it easier for me to stabilize. Now, if their card is Deprive, then cover is perfect, and they can very easily just deprive by engineered explosives. Yeah, but they can have Deprive. If they have Deprive and then caught them by explosives, I effectively lose the game. So I think it's definitely worth considering this. I think it's worth taking a second to think about it. Can I win if I Titan next turn with Cavern? So my opponent is not gonna be able to play anything unless they have the other 2-drop, the one that does the thing that taps your dude. So I can use this turn to Simic Growth Chamber. I take 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 at most. So I'm still at 5. I play my prime time. I gain 2 more plus 4. Plus 2 more, sorry, because of the Suba, so that's up to 11. Up to 9, sorry. And then I take it from there with the zombies. So I think this is actually much closer than it seems. I think this is much, much closer than it seems. I think I'm gonna go with the explosives. But I think it was very, very close. And if they have the Deprive, we're actually in a kind of a tough spot. You see? Called it. So Cavern of Souls was much better. The good thing, however, is that I mean we can't really play around Stroke anymore. We just don't have the time to do it. Spreading Seas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't do anything. That's fine. Second Spreading Seas could be a problem, but yeah. So my opponent needs to have. They need to have the Stroke right now. They don't. Dope. So, Field of the Dead and a bounce land, so I can reset my Simic. One. Question. So it's better for me to get the Simic Growth Chamber here. But if I do get the Simic Growth Chamber, then I don't trigger Field of the Dead. So, how does that work? If I get Simic here, am I getting zombies? I'm not, right? I don't think I'm triggering Field if I get Simic Growth Chamber here. It's an island name thing. Okay, so it doesn't trigger. Okay, so good. So I guess we're doing this. Couple of zombos. And bounce this. Go. We're at 10. We die to Lord plus. We die to Lord plus Spreading Seas. But that's pretty much it. Yeah. Good. Good stuff. We saw the line. We saw the line. It's all good. Okay, so they do have the second Lord. So they're just digging for the spreading seas. They're just digging for the spreading seas. They can't attack though. Good. Good. I think I'm perfectly fine suiciding a Titan here. Okay, so let's start going to combat. Because they can have the Merfolk that taps the dude. Yeah. See? See? Just playing around everything. Like a real professional. Like a real professional. Now we packed with perfect information. Primeval Titan. One. Did they just concede? Yeah, they just concede. Sweet. Amulet has a good Amulet has a good Merfolk matchup in case you didn't know. 2040 versus Merfolk. Sounds about right. Sounds just about right. And that's why I don't think that Oko is very good in that matchup. Just because our Titan plan is so excellent against them. Turn 2 Oko into turn 5 Titan. Okay. I imagine that the turn 2 Oko is probably going to buy us enough time to get ahead, whatever it is that we're playing against. Playing against Icefang Quaddle. So maybe Force of Negation here? I could see Force of Negation. No Force of Negation. Okay. Once Over the Time plus Icefang, the 2019 special. Yep. 2019 was a good year. Turn 2 Stoneforge. Sword of Fist and Famine. Oh! I think we have to take the chance to resolve the Oko here. I really wish I had been able to play this guy. I think turn 2 Oko is like, we need to make sure that we can answer this Sword of Feast and Famine. I don't think I can afford to get this Oko countered. So unfortunately for me. So here I'm actually gonna minus Spell Queller. Alright. Give me a Spell Queller. Basically, I want to delay this as much as possible. Exactly. Queller can block Feast and Famine. And also Queller, the fact that they tapped out there means that they don't have an attacker, right? Like if they had a land, they would need to tap the Stoneforge in order to put the sword into play. And then that means that I don't get attacked. Which is exactly what I want, to not get attacked. once upon a time. To Teleria West. Actually, this works, I think. I can Vesuva their Hallowed Fountain and transmute. And then when they attack and kill the Queller, then I get to get my guy back. That's nice. So I guess I created food here. What to do here? I think I go with Pact. Pact of the green variety. I could also go get Blue Pact. Actually, Blue Pact is probably better. We're setting up a Titan for next turn. Unless they have a Teferi, we should be in a good spot. Nah, I don't like transmuting for explosives. I don't think explosives is doing anything yet, because this Oko is the one that it's kind of messing up their stuff, and the things that I want to kill is precisely the Sword of Feast and Famine anyway. So my opponent can path the Queller. They can path Queller, swing the sword at me, or they can kill the Yoko, but not both. This also gives me more mana, which is great. Yeah, I'm 100% blocking here. Let me cast my Scout. Then I'm gonna Elk the Sword. Their own Oko. Do I care about this guy? Do I care about this guy? I don't know. I actually don't. Yeah, this guy is fine. Oh, actually, I do care about this guy. He can Elk my Amulet now. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I totally missed that. So I guess it did matter. Punt. They want to chomp with the Stoneforge. That's actually okay for me. Actually, not bad. Yeah, we definitely want to get that thing out of here. And I guess I bog them. Yeah, because I'm going to flash in a land and step anyway, so. Yeah, my Titan would have been delayed by a turn, but like the Amulet is actually very very good for me right now. And it would have allowed me to draw stuff like Azusa, right? No, it wouldn't. Never mind. Very interesting game we have here. The fact that I was able to answer the sword is it's such a huge deal, though. And I'm honestly kind of surprised that my opponent just took they just took the trade with the Stoneforge Mystic, the champ block, not even a trade. Oko, Oko, Oko. So everything is at Oko, but Oko did its job already. So we don't really care about him anymore. And they attack with everything, so a champ block wouldn't even allow it to survive it anyway. Another Stoneforge. It's probably fine. Like the main equipment that we care about is the Sword of Feast and Famine. Yeah, we don't really care about the skull. I don't think I want to crack this food in case I manage to draw my second Oko. Now that we know that this resolves, we can play this thing. We can get our trigger. Tularia West plus Field of Ruin. Yeah. Zombos. Swing at Oko. So this Oko is kind of it just has to stop this prime time. It's the only possible line for them. But then we're getting zombies every turn. Actually, I think I made a mistake. Maybe I should have bounced the Hallowed Fountain instead of the T-West. I mean, it allows me to Titan next turn as well. 5 mana? Yeah, no, not that one. That one we actually do care about. So yeah, just take that one out of here. Yeah, just take it out. There we go. All right, so my opponent is gonna have access to a Batter Skull. Going all in on Oko protection. So this is my turn to try to resolve another Titan. Unfortunately, I can't, which sucks. I can transmute for it, which I'm going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's a zombie. No, because I need to transmute for it. And I needed to play the the forest first, otherwise I was not gonna get zombies. No, because this is an elk. This is not a titan anymore. So, I attack with everything. My opponent has Batter Skull, 2, 3, 4. They put the Batter Skull in front of the Titan. They put the 3-3 in front of this one. They put another 3-3 in front of here and another one in front of here. So I'm basically throwing away a Titan, trading here, and the Yoko goes down to 2. The Yoko goes down to 2, and this dies and this dies, which clears up the board a fair amount. Cause yeah, I think it's worth it for me to do this. So right click, attack with all at Oko except with this one. I think I'm okay throwing away a couple of dudes if it means like my opponent's life total doesn't matter. They can like their battle skill can grow. That's fine. Trade here, free chump there, and I assume that if Quaddle's gonna chump, yeah. So this means that next turn I can actually attack with a Titan and it's gonna be safe. Because before I was gonna trade with the Ice Fang Quaddle. So I'm hoping for no Force of Negation or Spell Queller kind of card. Opponent gets another Elk, which is okay. I don't think I want to trade here. I think I just take the 4. Because my opponent can just bounce the Battle Skull and replay. They have 5 mana open and a Stoneforge Mystic, so... Colony Garden, best possible draw. Alright, yeah, those things are not getting better, so I'm just gonna jam this back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So they could have a path. Mystical Dispute. Alright. So if I attack here, what am I trading for? I'm trading for 2 of this. I think we have to double the zombie production. So we're gonna be able to kill the Yoko next turn after they elk this Titan. But they have 0 cards in hand, they're drawing off the top, and our board state is significantly better than theirs. They can gain a bunch of life. Path my Titan? Yeah, that wasn't the answer, I don't think. That's actually great for me. Like, now I have perfect information. They get a free attack. Yeah, I think we're gonna get this one. This is not going to do anything better than chump here, so that's fine. Interesting. My opponent going for the full F6 value. They're like, yep, that's it. That's all I got. So from now on, you're the one that has to figure out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is when we do this kind of deal, you know? And we just like bring back our sleeves. Okay, thinking. 1, 2, 3, transmute. Titan. We get to haste. We haste. We cannot double strike though. But we have enough mana to Once Upon a Time here. Is this good? It might be actually. So now we can get different lands with our Titan. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Never mind. My opponent just conceded. All right. I guess they didn't want me to figure out. To be fair, it did look like they were very dead, so there's that. My opponent does not seem to be on a Snapcaster style plan. So I think I'm not going to respect the Snapcasters. Then you can win just playing the same battle. And yeah, three zombies a turn is probably too much for them to keep up with. Do I want the Okos? I kind of don't want the Okos in this kind of matchup. It did a lot of work here, but only because we were able to play it on turn 2. Like, on turn 3, I think it would have been too slow. I think we'd rather just rely on stuff that, my opponent showed me main deck Mystical Dispute, right? I think we are better off just, playing different style of threats. Tracker, for example, is going to be the nuts in this matchup. Can't keep this one. We can keep this one, though. Bring in back in Nifty. Maybe on the play they are better, but I think my game one plan is just better, right? We can find the scout, so I'm going to Once Upon a Time right now. Found the prime time instead, which is fine. It's not great. Lead on the top land just in case. Taps for green, which is nice. But if I had led on this, like if I top deck a scout, my opponent has a damping sphere. Okay. That's brutal. That is just absolutely brutal. That's the best thing they could have had there. I think it was still correct for me to jam the explosives there, because otherwise we would be 2 turns behind. But yeah, wow, what a blowout. What a freaking blowout. Even before I do anything else, I'm gonna start there. Now we have a question. Do we play out the Azusa? I think I'm just going to play my land and pass the turn. Holding up Dismember. Playing around my opponent's counter magic. And I think I just go ahead and dismember the food token, don't I? It's gonna be a 5-mana Tef. Yikes. I was gonna say, hopefully they minus, but they didn't. Bad beats. We can actually dismember this to force them to kill this. Feels really bad, but it is what it is. We can at least clear the Oko here, unless my opponent paths my dude. And if they path my dude, then that's kind of playing into my game plan, so I'm okay with that. Get the Oko. Alright. One is out. Float mana. Play Azusa. Play land and play another land. So if the Azusa doesn't die, we can technically Titan next turn. That Oko guy is pretty good. That Oko guy is pretty solid. This the fairy guy also pretty good. Not gonna lie. This the fairy guy also pretty good. Damn sphere, bro. Ha! They have another Oko. Good to know. They have another Oko, but Damn sphere has text. Damping sphere, bro. Damping sphere. Yep. It's kind of insane how many people miss this. Like, it really happens a lot. One, two, three. Play Azusa. It's actually not bad for me. I have another Azusa, so I'm okay with this. The Teferi is getting to be problematic, though. They should have Oko their sphere first, I know, right? This guy is starting to be problematic. Oof. Yeah, so about that. About that. So they have Misty Rainforest plus X, I guess. They have to have counter magic, but we're getting to a point where I can't really play around it. Perfect. Fairy. Wow, they just take the chump. Alright, we just jam. Any disdainful stroke. What, nothing? Just straight up nada? Straight up nada. Alright, so it's gonna be a race with this spell queller. But if my opponent doesn't have nothing at all, then things can get interesting. Because we have a second explosives that we can go transmute for. Your videos, your gameplay, as in depth as have me played like. Oh, thank you, straight up Markin. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out here on the stream today. Appreciate it. I think my opponent just punted again because of the dumping sphere. Feels like they definitely wanted to play the Batter Skull first. They definitely wanted to play the Batter Skull first. Interesting game. So we're gonna discard the breeding pool to the sword. Ice Fan Quaddle. Okay. That untap Shockland does literally nothing right there because they already played 2 spells, so there's no spell that they can cast. Alright, so we take 4, discard this breeding pool. And now my opponent can cast this Batter Skull. It's gonna take all their mana. Man, they're really struggling with this Dumping Sphere math. They're really struggling with Dumping Sphere math. I think we just have to send everything at the TEF. Because we can't be dealt. So, yeah. We're suiciding both of our big dudes, but we're hopefully gonna make that Teferi take 4. Spell Queller for a free block. Okay. Thanks to the Ghost Quarter, we can also instant speed create zombies, which is kind of nice. But at this point, though, things are getting real complicated. Yeah, I guess they actually have lethal. 5 mana, that's 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they actually do have lethal. Alright, we did. Sword on Feast of Famine is a hell of a drug. Still, I think that this game was actually won by Oko. Like, that Oko on my Explosives on 2 was kind of brutal. So let's see if we can do the same plan now that we're on the play. Force of Vigor would have been a nice draw. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna be super sad if we miss a land drop. This is a very risky hand. Any land drop is great. Any... I guess we just want land drops, really. Brutal. This is pretty awful. I'm gonna put this on human because we're probably gonna we're probably gonna need this tracker to get to this Titan. So yeah, this was a risky keep, and it's definitely not working out at all for me. Wow, they kept a one lander Astrolabe hand. Woof. Wow. I don't think I should sage this Astrolabe. However, I am gonna play out this tracker. If they want to path the tracker, that's fine. My out was for my opponent to be as greedy as I am. I mean, we found the correct line, right? Just hope that your opponent is a greed monster, just like me, and win because of that. That's hilarious. That is absurdly hilarious. Alright, 6 yeah. Oh no, opponent's so lucky. So I guess that we just jam here, right? It's correct for me to just play this once upon a time, because if my opponent wants to mana leak these, they take a bunch of damage. So I'm okay with that. And here I guess I play out Breeding Pool. And we're going super aggro. Taking 2 damage, cracking my clue. If my opponent plays a snake, I dismember it, and I keep going forward. Land? Titan. Okay. Just keep attacking them. Next turn I actually have lethal, because they need to fetch here. So trigger on the stack, dismember. They can force. If they force this, that would be pretty bad for us. Yeah. Pitching Oko. Alright, so they get to trade there, which is bad for us, but not unbeatable. Like, I still feel like we're ahead. Still think not worth destroying the Astrolabes. Land? Keep doing the thing. Well, at this point, I actually think I'm going to play the Sage, mostly because I just wanted to 2-1. And if they have a if they have a damping sphere, I still have force for it, or like an equipment or something. This is the first league, Daniel. Come on. So we have no more threats. All right, so my opponent chose to lose the game, I guess. SnowBlade. So now I actually think I force both of this. Means that my opponent will have no white mana. Well, does it even matter? It doesn't matter. Yeah. So we actually attack. My opponent's forced into pathing my Sage or my Scout, whatever. Doesn't matter. Find my land. Would this have City Tracker? Yes, but I couldn't do that because Force of Vigor can only get targeted, can only get cast for its alternate cost when it's your opponent's turn. So it didn't work. Like I was tapped out, right? I chose to draw a card because it would have, if I had found a land, then that would have actually made my tracker bigger, right? So it was, I think it was correct for me to crack the tracker there instead of holding up Force. So yeah, unfortunately that doesn't work because Force of Vigor says that you can only cast it if it's not your turn. Yep, 4-1. Classic 80%. Very interesting match right there against Bant SnowBlade. The only loss today was to Death Shadow when we just couldn't get there to land 6 and it was like turn 8 or something or 9 and we just couldn't find the land. But yeah, we're gonna run it back. The Kali was actually not bad. The Kali was decent plus. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much, first of all. And second of all, hit that like and subscribe buttons so you can get notified whenever I upload new videos and good stuff. And if you want to check out the second league that we're going to play with this list, all you need to do is you need to go to the description right down below this video, and you're going to find the link right there. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.